feel like the mic's like all up in the ground, no? Oh shit, what the fuck is this? Let's put it a little bit lower. What's up, my peeps? Welcome back to Let's Talks Vibes, where it's more than just talk, it's a vibe. How are you guys? Happy New Year, my peeps. Wishing you guys a beautiful, wonderful, peaceful 2023. How are you guys? How are you guys feeling? Check in with yourselves. Have you guys checked in with yourselves, especially in this new year? Like, what's good? You know, what are your goals? What are your goals for this year, for this month, and stuff like that. For today's episode, I don't know what I'm going to call this episode, like what's going to be like the title and stuff like that. And usually I like to come up with some type of I know what I want to talk about, but it might be a little bit all over the place. I don't know, because I really want to help you guys. I have all this shit to tell you guys, but I'm going to talk about the new year and how to start it right, and people be like, new year, new me, new year's resolutions and shit like that. I hope you guys had a beautiful, New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, if you guys celebrate it or not. I personally don't really celebrate it. I'm thankful for a new year. I'm blessed to see a new year. I'm blessed to see 2023. But I ain't really about the whole hella celebrating and shit like that. I used to back then, go to a party and shit like that, which a lot of people do, go to a New Year's Eve party or just fucking get drunk, and all this shit. But it's do you really want to enter the new year like that? And it's whatever you did, that's cool. But me, I wouldn't want to enter the new year like that, because that's kind of, that's manifesting all that shit throughout the whole year, So I spent my New Year's creating content, just how I want to all 2023. I did some self-care, you know what I'm saying? I really checked in with myself. I self-love, and all that good stuff, journal, just kind of remaining me. I feel like I don't really do a New Year's resolution and shit like that, because, and it's not I really have new goals. I still have my same goals, that I'm trying to achieve and stuff like that, because a New Year's resolution, I feel that really causes attachments, it's good. Reflect on 2022, what you did, what it brought you, and what you're really trying to do. But a New Year's resolution and shit like that, it's it just kind of really creates attachment. My goal is to, say you had this goal for 2022 and you didn't do it, and then you do it again for 2023. If you have goals, take them seriously, because then you do this New Year's resolution, it's you don't do it, or you stop doing it, and it's then you kind of feel bad about yourself, and you're oh, see, I can't do this, I can't get this shit done, it's impossible for me to do, when it's no, keep working towards it, shit gets hard and shit comes up, but that doesn't mean if you fall off or something. A lot of people are let me get in shape, let me go to the gym and all this shit. Okay, if you fall off from going to the gym, say for a couple days a week, that doesn't mean stop doing it. It's cool, it's good, just continue to do it. Maybe a goal for you should be consistency, or not being too hard on yourself, because you shouldn't be too hard on yourself. Shit happens, I'm telling you, and it's just about, just being accountable. Okay, I fell off, okay, this and that, but let me get my shit back together. You know what I'm saying? And not being too hard on yourself, and still loving yourself, because it's fine, shit comes up, but it's just hunty, let's just you keep it going, you know what I'm saying? So that's the thing, I feel that creates attachments, and it's oh, okay, I did this in 2022, oh, I kind of want it, the same, or shit like that. And it's whatever you did in 2022, okay, I'm glad for all the blessings as well and stuff like that, but 2022 is 2022, you know what I'm saying? You have to learn to let go. And it's like a new year, a fresh start. No, I mean, like just a fresh new year, full of more new blessings, more new opportunities, bigger opportunities, hopefully even more growth. You know what I'm saying? And so I mean, that's just how I think of it. Like I'm blessed to see another year, but I'm still, like I'm still me. There's not like a new resolution I'm trying to achieve. I'm just like, this year I'm about my grind. Like I'm really about me, focused on me. And like just, I saw this post. I follow this. Well, I'm like in this email thingy or whatever, and they send us like daily affirmations. And it wasn't one of the daily affirmations, but there was like a separate email like talking about like the full moon and stuff like that. It's a full moon in Cancer, and well, this past full moon on January. And it said like really learning to be your inner child and your inner mother and your inner father, and that like really, really spoke to me because I don't think I mentioned this I mentioned this in my podcast, but I didn't. I had a father up till like I was like 10 years old, and then he was like out of my life. It doesn't bother me to talk about it. Let me know if you guys want me to talk more about this, but that whole experience, like, it's different for everybody. It can be tough. It was tough at first for me, but I don't want to get too into the details on this podcast. But, I feel like, just like, I don't want to get too into it. This is not the topic for this podcast, but, that's like really but I mentioned this before, how like I say I am my own mother, I am my own father, I am my own sister, I am my own brother, and it's like I have my inner child. And that's really, and I feel like it was just like a sign, like I really want to focus on that this year. Like, I'm not like a fuck family type of person. Not like that, nah. But like, just because it's family doesn't mean that you have to stay there like connected, like, oh, let me just, because they're family, like, oh, because they're family is like always the excuse. Like, I don't give a fuck if you're family, you know what I'm saying? I'm like really my own family, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, you can have family, but it's like it's different for everybody. It's different for everybody how it is with your family. But that's another thing I really want to focus on, because as a child, like I always dreamed about having my family together. Like, who doesn't want their family together? Always getting together in big family gatherings, the holidays and shit like that. But and especially these past holidays, like, it really opened my eyes, and I'm like, I'm really my own family, and at first it's like I felt kind of like sad, and it's like, oh, like, but that it doesn't matter as long as I have myself. Maybe you guys feel like this too, whether your family's like broken, or however it is that whatever you're going through, you have yourself. Really focus on being like your own, bringing out your inner child, finding that inner mother and that inner father in you, your inner sister, your inner brother, whatever it is. Just be there for you. You are your own family. As long as you're there for yourself, you always have yourself. You're with you. You know what I'm saying? So that's just like one of my focuses this year. Like, just I'm like focused on me. Like, I don't care. I'm letting go of everything, whatever 2022. I'm just really focusing on me, on my peace, on remaining positivity, and like whatever the fuck I don't fuck with, I don't care, like, if I don't fuck with it, I'm not going to fuck with it, and not giving explanations. Like, you don't have to give an explanation for anything, as long as you get yourself. Others, it's okay if others don't get you. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't understand me, and I'm like, even fucking better, auntie. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, but like, just like that. And just starting off like right, positive, with a positive mindset. just really keeping your energy right. I did some cleansing, like some cleansing around my room, got rid of some stuff, but literally literally cleaned my room, like just you know what I'm saying. It's not like I clean it all the time, but I really did like a deep clean, and just rubbed some sage, and it's like, a full cleanse, especially in the full moon, my peeps. I totally recommend that, just cleaning, your space, letting go whatever, if it's clothes, if it's whatever the fuck it is, that just doesn't, it doesn't, doesn't bring, that's not part of your purpose or anything like that. Another thing too was, I think I'm gonna make another episode about this, but like with any bad habits you have, I mean, smoking weed is not really like a problem for me, but I'm really going to like stop for a while. I'll get into this in another episode, because I just did the episodes about how I used to do drugs and like drink, so go check those episodes out. I wanted to continue that topic, but I don't, like, if you guys want me to continue it as well, what do you guys want me to like touch on, anything in specific? I'm going to do a separate video, but I wanted to do this one first and just like saying Happy New Year and just helping you guys, just giving, like what I did, what I'm doing, how I'm like planning out whatever, and stuff like that. But I am going to get into that. I'll just say that for the other episode. But yeah, like get my peeps, organization, organizing your plans, your goals. That's really key, and that's honestly, you guys, like just really focusing on yourself. It just keeps you away from distractions, like whatever the fuck isn't serving you like purpose, like with smoking weed, like, I'm gonna clean my pipes and put them away and all that stuff, because temptation, you know what I'm saying? So whatever the fuck you're trying to like stop, get rid of, let it go. Let it go. You want to stay focused on you. You want to stay organized. You don't want no temptation, stuff like that. Even with people, my peeps, like literally let people go. Like whoever the fuck they are, if they were your best friend, who cares if it's fucking family as well? Just let them go. Like stop connection. Like it's easy as that. A lot of people ask me and they're like, but they were like my best friend, and like, but it's like my family, my whatever the fuck it is, your cousin, your brother, your sister, whoever the fuck it is. But it's like, if they don't bring peace and joy, and like, you just always give love and show love, and you're there and you support, but you don't receive that back, and like you don't feel appreciated then hunty, just stop. Like it's easy as that. Like you don't have to give explanations. You don't, like, especially if you've tried to talk to them, if you've tried to give us some type of explanation, and like, to like be cool, or like, stay okay, or just like fix the issue or something like that, but they don't, fuck them. Like it's, you just let them go. Honestly, you just literally stop talking to them. Delete contacts, my peeps. Delete fucking pictures, whatever the fuck it is, because then there's people that go back and like reminisce, and they're like, oh, but we were so cool at this point. Like that was a point. That was at a certain point, and it's like, I'm not saying like, yeah, those memories might be there, whatever, but like I'm always appreciative for everybody, that has helped me, like, but I don't reminisce, because it's like, that's also just kind of staying in the past and living in the past. You want to be in the present, yeah, you want to, think about your future, whatever, but you really want to just remain in the present moment. You know what I'm saying? And just experience it all. You don't want to stay living in the past. Like, what the fuck is the past going? Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just kind of like wasting time. You really just, and that's another thing for me too, like just really being in the present moment. And it's because sometimes I mentioned this a couple times where I can be an overthinker, and I tend to, I just have all these thoughts, and then for me, it's not like really much being in the past, but just having these thoughts. And then sometimes it's like, oh, what if this leads to this, or like this, or sometimes when I do have like to make a decision, I'm like this and that. But that's when I'm like, okay, like I'm fucking letting go of all these thoughts, and just really going with my intuition. Like, what the fuck do I feel like doing? And that's another thing that I want to focus on more this year, when it's like, I just like, if all these thoughts come up, I'm like, okay, stop. Like, stop the thoughts. What are you feeling? And just be in the present moment, because then it's just like I'm kind of being in my head. And I don't want to be in my head, because that's also just like wasting time. And it's just like with the littlest thing. Like, sometimes it's with me, like with posting a picture. I mean, I post a couple pictures like in a post, but I'm like, which one should I do? Like, and shit like that. And then sometimes, like when you're, another thing let me get into it after. But like sometimes we tend to compare ourselves, and that's not a good thing, and I'm like, oh, which one, like, does my makeup look more flawless? Which photo does my pimple not show, or some shit like that? But I'm like, dude, who cares? Like, fuck all that. Like, which one do I like? Which one do I feel like posting? And then I just go with that. For me, it's like shit like that sometimes, but it's different for everybody. But of course, there are some other, like, it's just crazy. But another thing that I also wanted to talk to you guys about was social media. I didn't mention it in the podcast. I did it in my main vlog. I did I did it in the vlog in my main channel, where I did a video. It was just like a life update or whatever. I was just literally going through some shit. And I didn't delete everybody on Instagram. Like, I didn't unfollow everybody on my Instagram, but I literally unfollowed, like, friends. I unfollowed family. I literally unfollowed everybody but people that really inspire me. Because for me, social media, when people are like, oh, I need a break from social media, shit like that, I'm like, I used to think, like, why do you need a break? Especially for those who, work off of social media. I'm like, why would you take a break if, like, that's your job? Like, maybe you need, like, a little vacation or whatever. Like, I understand that. But when people are like, oh, it's just too much, like this and that, but I still thought, like, why? And I didn't have an issue, because I'm not really on social media like that unless I'm posting. But honestly, I kind of started to, like, go on air, like, see, oh, what are, like, people posting, what's kind of like, and shit like that, or like, so I did find myself kind of just, I don't know, just scrolling, just, I don't know, just, you kind of just fucking get on social media, and it's like, okay, and then time passes by, you're like, holy fuck, like, I was on social media for this long. But it was more like, I don't watch people's stories at all, because it's like, I just honestly don't give a fuck what the fuck you're doing, especially with, like, people like I really don't care, so I wouldn't watch stories, and on my feed, I was like, I'm kind of tired, because I just go on Explore. I'd go on Explore, and honestly, for, like, outfit pictures, and stuff like that. And it's not, like, bad, I'd say, but, like, for me, it kind of gets to your head, like, oh, maybe I should try out this style or this one, which could be a good thing, because it's like, maybe just, like, switch it up, or, like, spice it up, or just kind of get out of your comfort zone. But at the end of the day, I'm like, I'm just going to express myself however the fuck I want, through my clothes, through my style. Like, that's what makes me unique, my style. So that was, like, the main reason. And I was like, you know what, like, I'm done. Like, I just didn't want to see what I really didn't give a fuck about on my newsfeed, like, so I unfollowed, like, almost, not everybody. I don't want to say everybody, because I didn't fucking unfollow everybody, but people that just didn't inspire me, like, that's the thing, like, when people are like, oh, I need a break from social media, that's because you're just following useless shit. people that are like not inspiring you at all, just fucking posting I don't fucking know what, dumbass shit, whatever. And that's why you say you need a break. And it's like, okay, you get yourself together, you get this motivation, you get this inspiration off of social media. You go back into social media, you see people drinking, you see people partying, you see, all this shit. And that's like temptation again. And you start thinking about it or like other shit. And then you just fall off, like that motivation, that inspiration is gone. That's why I'd suggest for you to unfollow whoever the fuck doesn't inspire you, who really you don't give a fuck. And another thing for me was like, it was throughout the holidays too as well. And the holidays gets tough for people, especially, like if your family ain't together, this and that. And, like I was saying, like I've just really learned that I am my own fucking family, and you really can't depend on family, to be honest. So I was like, I'm done with this. Like, like family who? Like y'all over here, it was just shit like that. So I was like I don't give a fuck. And and a follow on social media, a follow back or whatever the fuck it is, doesn't define our friendship, our family status or whatever. Like if we're really cool like that, if we're really family, if you really care about me, hit me up if you have my number, say what's up, like whatever, give me a call. You know what I'm saying? And like if family took it like, oh, we ain't family, you don't follow me, whatever, even fucking better for me, even with friends too. I mean, whatever. I barely fucking talk to anybody, but whatever. And I was like I really don't care about this, and because I don't, social media for me is work. Like it's business. Like if we're gonna talk, let's talk business, to be honest. You know what I'm saying? It's work for me. And it's like a tool, with my podcast Instagram account. It's a way to really connect with you guys. You know what I'm saying? Like you can always DM me on there for anything, not no dumbass shit either. Like I go through my DMs sometimes, but it's like I'm not gonna pay attention to dumbass shit or reply to like dumbass shit. You know what I'm saying? So I was just done with that. And I really suggest you guys do this, do a cleanse on your social media or whatever. Like people that really don't inspire you, that don't motivate you, unfollow them. Because why would you want to see at that? Why would you want to see all that shit? I follow people that truly inspire me, with anything, health coaches, business coaches, anything like that. Some makeup artists. I even took off other makeup artists because even some of that shit is just fucking drama. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I don't give a fuck about that. Like, I don't want to, I don't want anything to do with that. I just want daily inspirations, daily affirmation accounts, daily motivation. I don't want nothing draining my energy or something, any distractions or shit like that. So that's a big thing that I really suggest, because I don't want to get to that point where it's like, oh, I need a break from social media. I'm trying to stay consistent on social media still. You know what I'm saying? And I'm trying to inspire others as well. People are like, oh, you want to be like an influencer or something like that. But I don't like the term influencer, because I ain't trying to influence nobody to do anything. It's just inspiring. I'm trying to inspire with my life experiences, what I'm saying, and stuff like that. Influencers nowadays are fucking shit, to be honest. A lot of them just go out, party, drink, smoke, whatever the fuck it is. And I stopped following all that. And it's like those people are literally influencing you to go out, to drink, to party, to smoke and shit like that. That was the thing with at first when I wanted to post me smoking and smoking pics. I didn't want to influence somebody. That's why when people are like, oh, you want to be a cannabis influencer, be in the cannabis industry. No, I don't. No. And I tell people, no, I'm not a cannabis influencer. And I slowly then stopped because, I slowly stopped smoking. But, I wasn't trying to influence that. I just really liked taking pictures smoking. Like, it looked cool to smoke with the, I was more about that. Like, not because, oh, look, I'm burning. No, like, it was just like, you know what I'm saying? But whatever. But yeah, like, I just think of it more as inspo, like, and with the people too, like, I don't follow like influencers like that. Like, I follow inspirational people that really motivate me to do better, to change, to grow. You know what I'm saying? So I suggest you guys do a little cleanse like that. You know what I'm saying? With who you're following and stuff like that. And at first it was like, fuck, like, I thought like, oh, but like this person, like this, like, dude, I was just like, I don't give a fuck who the fuck you are. If you're not bringing inspiration to my life or, motivation or anything like that, like, I can care less. Like, I don't want nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm telling you, social media for me is like, like, it's like my work. You know what I'm saying? So let's talk business. Let's talk business. But yeah, but that's like on my main account. I mean, even on my podcast, I don't follow nobody. I just follow like my main one and my makeup account, because I like, you know what I'm saying? But that you guys, it's like a fucking big one, especially nowadays with people just scrolling down fucking Instagram, and it really helps with like, especially like if you're comparing yourself to other females, other guys, like, that's not good. If you just compare yourself once or like think about it, like, unfollow that people, unfollow that person, because that doesn't help. You shouldn't be comparing yourself to anybody. You're you and they're them. You know what I'm saying? So that's I think that's a really big one. And I did that. I think I did that like last November or some shit like that. And I would do that regularly, but I was like, dude, I'm done. Like, I'm just, you know what I'm saying? I was like, fuck it. Like, I'm following everybody. Get a planner. I suggest getting a planner. I got a new one this week or last week. What's today? I got one this week, I think. Or was it last week? No, I got one this week. I think it was like, yeah, I got one this week. I love planners. Like a whole 2023 planner. Just like, it has the calendar and it has the days. It depends. Like, some have different setups and stuff like that. But, it really, really helps to write down your daily goals, what you have to do. Fill out your calendar with when you're going to do what, just really staying organized and having a schedule. I started dashing and I need to create like this new schedule that really works for me, because I feel like I've been all over the place a little bit. Just having to do everything and, just like with posting and stuff like that and getting my posts ready, filming my videos, because this is so last minute that I'm filming, because then I have to edit one tomorrow and then we're posting the next day. I'm not gonna think about it or anything like that. I'm just getting my priorities straight and I need to write it down and see, try out a schedule, see if it works for me. If not, let's, fix some things and see what is going to really work for us. But a planner really, really helps my peeps. Like, get a planner, you guys. Get a planner that's really going to help you stay organized, writing down your goals. Get a journal so you could journal every day. How are you feeling? Really checking up on yourselves. Like a way to express yourselves. And like, if there's nobody there supporting you, helping you out or whatever, that's why I'm like big on like, be your own self support, your own support system. Help out yourself. Don't rely on anything. Stop on anyone. Stop expecting shit from other people, and just like write down like, when I accomplish something and I'm like, dude, today was a great day. Like, I'm proud of myself. Like, I did this and that, like, and I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Just like really hyping yourself up. And, if you're feeling down or whatever, or even a little bit angry with whatever happened, just write it down and fucking let it go. You know what I'm saying? But I also like a journal because before, when I was drinking and doing drugs and all that shit, like I mentioned in the episode, I had a bad memory. I barely remember shit from like those days. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to start journaling. That way I fucking go back and like, oh, I did this or like this and that, But I also kept track, like when I stopped drinking, when I stopped doing drugs and shit like that. So, it's just good. Get a dream journal too. Like, I started this one, I think, last year. I don't know if the beginning of the last year, or no, I think like a year and a half ago, or like 2 years. um and just writing down my dreams, like, I don't know, I was just like really into it, and I'm like, dude, I'm gonna start writing down my dreams, and see like if they mean something or anything like that, but just, I don't know, I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna start writing down my dreams and see what's up. But whatever works for you, my peeps, whatever works for you, whatever, what I'm saying. But yeah, I mean, you just want to start off the year right, with a positive attitude, and not just like, oh, another year of this and that, whatever, like, and just like sticking to your goals, you know what I'm saying? And it's okay, like I said, it's okay if you fall off, if shit comes up, because then it's like other things come up. Say you have a plan, but a better plan, like a better, opportunity comes up, and it's like, then you take that, and it's like, it's not saying like fuck this other plan, but like maybe keep it on pause, or like, whatever. But just really listening to your intuition, my peeps. Really connecting with yourself. Connect with yourselves this year. Get to know yourself. Stop the bad habits. Stop trying to escape. And really connect with yourself and see what is your purpose. What is your true purpose? What do you truly want to do? And really connect with yourself, so you know what your intuition is trying to tell you, and so you're not blocking it, and you stop thinking all these thoughts, or like overthinking and saying, oh, should I do this or that? You know what I'm saying? And just really following your soul, my peeps. Like, your soul knows the way. You're probably just disconnected. You need to connect with yourself. You need to connect with your soul. Try out new habits. Try out meditating. Try out, like I said, journaling, breath work, yoga. I'm really trying to stick to yoga this year too. But it's because, yoga, like, I do it. I've been doing it. I've been sticking to it. It's just sometimes when like it's that time of the month, I don't really like to like exercise or anything like that when it's that time of the month. It's just, but yeah. But and it's like, then I don't feel bad at myself after. And I used to, I'd be like, oh, well, see, now I'm not going to exercise, or I'm like, well, fuck exercise. I'm like, no, like, I'm just going to continue my yoga. There's just some days I didn't do it, but it's fine. Like, let's keep it up. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's get right back into it. But yeah, my peeps, I really hope this helped you guys. Let me know what you're trying to focus on this year. My peeps, if you have not tried out daily affirmations, try out daily affirmations. Get some little post-its, write daily affirmations, put them in front of your mirror, around your room, in your car, just to remind yourself, to affirm, what I'm saying? Affirm that you're positive, you have positive attitude, that you're kind, that you're loved, that, what I'm saying? I really hope this helped you guys. Write down a daily affirmation. Write down one of your daily affirmations. Well, if you're watching this, you can comment down. You're watching it on YouTube, and you can comment down below. Comment down below what's your daily affirmation. What's whatever you want to share. What's your plan? You know what I'm saying, for this year? How did you prep for the new year? How's it going? What are you excited for? Have you reached one of your goals already? Just comment down below some good stuff. I want to hear some of your guys' daily affirmations. How you guys spent your New Year's. Did you spend it right? Self-care, my peeps. If you don't have self-care, if you don't have your skincare routine, get your skincare routine down. Drink your juices. Just get on top of your shit. You know what I'm saying? Think about the long run, not just the short satisfactions. Really think about the long run, my peeps. I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching, for listening, however you guys are taking this episode. I really appreciate the love on the past 2 episodes. I read all of your guys' comments, my peeps, especially on TikTok. I post like little short clips. Go follow the vibes on TikTok. On Instagram, I leave it's Liz Talks Vibes, but all the usernames and everything is down in the description box. I really appreciate all the love. I know, a lot of you guys really felt me. You guys related to what I said. So I'm glad I can help in any way, inspire you guys in any way. Some of you guys DM me as well. And I DM back, you know what I'm saying? And I commented back, and you guys still ask some, other questions. And I really try to help you guys from what I know, what I experience with. So keep the comments coming. Let's connect, my peeps. I'm really trying to help you guys. And I will talk to you guys in the next episode. Bye, my peeps.